again, for context, you got 38 points. Dude had 10 boards. He gave you 8 defensive boards. He gave you 2 on the offensive glass. He gave you 10 points in the fourth quarter when they needed it most. He was an absolute stud. I got a lot of thoughts, but I'm most interested in yours, Joy Taylor. Will Wemby live up to his generational hype?
Oh, yeah, he sure looks like it, right? 2 blocks, 2 assists, 1 steal. He can shoot the 3. He can get underneath, makes his free throws. I mean, he's like a bigger KD.
Exactly.
Like when you there's not really a comp, but this was Booker said, like we're trying to figure out what it is he is. He's like a taller KD. I mean, look at this kid.
That's wild, Joe.
Yeah, my goodness.
He's remarkable to watch. Yes, all of the hype so far has lived up to it. I mean, 38 points, and this is a good Suns team. That's the guy right there.
All
right, on the other side, you got a walking bucket in Booker. You have a championship-winning coach. Like, the Suns are a real team. They're a team we expect to make noise in the postseason. They have real players over there. To be able to beat them twice, and those are the numbers you put up in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And you're the one leading it. He went off.
Yeah.
He's different.
James, I was watching him, and I thought to myself, and it was weird. I had this epiphany. I said, this is the worst he's ever going to look. And that blew my mind.
Wow, that's a great point.
Like, when I really sat down and thought about it, I said, he had 38 and 10. Victor Wembanyama gave you 38 and 10, and this is as bad as he will ever be. From here on out, every game you see him play will be the worst he will ever look because he's only going to get better. 38 points in your 5th game, but what I love most is the growth. We've all been rookies at something. You at home, you've been a rookie at something. He's played versus the Phoenix Suns, and he won. The first time. Yeah. But then the second time, the way his game evolved. Yeah. And then he gave you 38 and 10, but it's not just that he gave you 38 and 10. It's how 10 fourth quarter points. As soon as the game got close, he gave you a pull-up going left-handed tray ball, and then he gets to the rack, gets fouled, makes both of his buckets. Then he gives you a give-and-go bucket. I'm like, what he is doing and how complete his game is from top to bottom, it truly is awe-inspiring. Wemby is an absolute dude. I am surprised that he'll live up to the hype. But he gonna live up to the hype.
Man,
listen.
Yeah, jab stepping at 7'5",
7'4".
My thing with Wemby is, so the first game they played, the Suns, right? And he always talked about how he loved KD. And I'm watching him, and we can talk about the stats, numbers, and all that, the block shots and the 3 balls and all that. But what got me is Kevin Durant taking baseline, right? Fade on him, hit a jumper in his face. Most young rookies, they shy away from that type of moment. Dang, I can't guard him. He went right back to him. And then on offense, when he got a chance, dunked the ball right over AD or KD. Boom! Then they hit a jumper. Boom! I'm like, wow, he likes to compete. He likes the moments. And this kid is only 19 years old. Right. I mean, he's a special player. We've never seen a guy this tall at 7'4" that can shoot the 3 ball consistently, shoot free throws consistently, play great defense. I mean, he's blocking shots at the free throw line and shooting 3-pointers. Yeah. Right? I mean, he's a special guy. I mean, we've never seen a human being that can tie his shoe standing up, can turn the lights off while he's in his bed, right? So I think he's a special player. I'm so excited for him. You know, because sometimes you hear about all this hype of all these players, right? And then you get to see him, and it's like, okay, all right. Everything they say about him, from France to America, is true.
Yeah. Well, the sound came out to where what KD was saying to him, and KD told him that you the best that we've ever seen. Like, this is your league. Like, we've never seen a talent. I'm lying. But that's how I feel.
Post-game, KD did say he's a different type of talent. Post-game, KD said, don't even compare him to me. No like, question. He lives in a different type of talent.
That's from watching the game last night, we have never seen nothing like this young kid. I mean, he's 7'4", he jab-stepping you, he step-backing. I mean, he always knows where the basket is. Back turn to the basket, wherever in the air, he know where the basket is. He is a special talent. We've never seen nothing like Wemby. We've seen dominant players. We've seen Shaq. We've seen Kobe. We've seen Jordan. We've seen a lot of players. But this dude is different. There's never been a dude at 7'4" moving and doing the things like Wemby is doing. And like you said, Acho, this is probably the worst we're going to see him. He's with arguably the greatest coach of all time who knows how to win. So the players around him is going to come because the young fella's unselfish. This kid right here is going to take over the NBA. The league is in trouble with what we're seeing. He's only going to get stronger. He's going to get smarter. He's with one of the smartest and greatest coaches of all time, and Coach Pop. This is scary for the NBA because this is generational talent that we have never seen in the NBA. He going down the court right here. They ain't there pulling up like Steph. He ain't even thinking about going to the basket. He pulling up like Steph. Special. This dude's special, man.
That's really what is, even just watching the highlights, that's really what is crazy about him because he is so tall and so long. his body control,
like a
especially
guard.
for how young he is in the NBA against grown men, is really, really impressive. For him to be able to stop and pull, you see how much bigger he is than KD? You know how big KD is? Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.